Alright, Shalom. This is Brother Karatazai of the GMS Atlanta camp. Before I get started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule and teach well. And peace and safety to the Akim that's around the four corners of the world. It's pushing out this truth. It's giving all diligence and putting their lives on the line to do so. Shalom to sincere Akwath as well. Before I get started, just want to speak on the topic of the lesson that I had, which is Esau has had anger towards Jacob since the beginning, and this continual anger, to the point that they want to destroy, or kill off, the Israelites, man. Which are the Israelites, we all know that Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and the Israelites are the so-called Latinos, so-called blacks, and so-called Native Americans, so Esau being so-called white man, as the scriptures tell us that he came out red, red all over, and hairy like a garment, roughly paraphrased. So these two nations, has had beef with one another, since the beginning, and let me just get a couple of scriptures and Abaratazah that this lesson is edifying. I'm gonna start off with Genesis, which is the beginning, chapter 25 and verse 23. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb," which that her is speaking of the mother of Jacob and Esau, who was birthed by Isaac, who was the father of Jacob and Esau. So it says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels." So even though Jacob and Esau, they was born, from the same womb, the Lord had it to where it was two different nations or two different manners of people, Jacob and Esau. Even though Esau is, like the evil, degenerate brother, man, who no one likes, and it says, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So that is speaking about the elder being Esau, because matter of fact, I'll continue reading, because it says the elder shall serve the younger. It says verse 22, "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau." So who else, on this planet Earth is red? That's why we say so-called white people, because you giving your name. The white man, the so-called white man, has given that name to himself to try to hide who he really is. His true nationality goes back to Esau, man. And it says the first came out. So if you're the first, I mean you're the elder of the two brothers, correct? And it says that, and the elder shall serve the younger. So this is all prophecy that Esau really is going to be our slaves, man. It shows you here that Esau is going to serve us, man. Just like when Israel was in power in the ancient days, man. And it says, verse 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. So the significance of Jacob holding onto the heel of Esau, meaning that Jacob is pulling down Esau from his rulership, and once the final stage, of pulling him down, Jacob is coming to rule, man. Showing that's it's the significance behind why the Lord put that in the scriptures, man. But my point is that there always has been a beef, even with Jacob, stealing the birthright from Esau, and stealing the blessing from Esau, and I'm just gonna get that, really quick. Because we all know the story on how Jacob supplanted Isaac, with the venison thing, and made him think, because Isaac was going blind, so Rebecca told Isaac, and I'm just giving a brief, describing the story, and Jacob, Rebecca told Jacob that Isaac was about to give Esau his blessing, so Rebecca told Jacob, to make it seem like as if, she put him on Esau's clothing, and she put, I believe it was animal fur on him to make him hairy, and he supplanted Isaac into making him think that he was Esau, and he stole Esau's blessing, because Jacob, in the Hebrew is Jacob, and it means to supplant or to trick, so that's the significance of it. But this is this shows you, that Esau has it out, from Jacob. He has a special hate, from Jacob. That's why, the so-called white man is always, coming down so hard, on our people, because he still has that hate, from when Jacob stole the birthright with the lentil, and also when he stole the blessing, that Isaac gave him. And I'm going to start at verse 40. This is Genesis 27:40. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt thou serve thy brother. So this is the blessing that Isaac, gave Esau after he basically bitched and whined, after Jacob stole his blessing. And it says, by thy sword shalt thou live, and that's how Esau lives, man, by the sword. He has all, this special technology, and all these the nuclear missiles, and handguns, shooting guns, going back even to because those are still forms of weaponry, are swords. In the ancient times they used sword, in battles and whatnot, but now they use, javelins, and, just like the movie 300, but now they use, that's an old style of fighting. So now they use missiles and guns, and You know, you name it and they got it. But the point is that was their blessing, and it shows even now because they use, police officers. You know, they always shooting, our people down with their weapons because that's what they were blessed with, man. You know, it's just still showing you the hate that Esau has, for the Israelites, man. You know, so it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. You know, so that shows, it clearly tells you, that Esau hated Jacob because he stole his blessing, man. You know, and it's prophecy, man. You know, it clearly tells you here that Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing that Isaac gave into Jacob. You know, which was the fatness of the earth. You know, his brothers shall serve him. You know, this is why Esau hates Jacob, man, because he wanted that. Ultimately, he wanted that blessing. You know, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. You know, and this is one, huge story, to where, Esau is still, angry and jealous, over, since the beginning, man. Over the birthright and the blessing, man. And even in the womb, man. Because it says two manner of people are in our womb, man. So this is the examples that Esau, has always plotted, and hated on Jacob. It says, verse 42, and these words of Esau, her eldest son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. So Esau, for him to be, in a comfortable state of mind, he plotted, on killing Jacob, man. Just as now, Esau thrives off killing our people, man. And still yet to this day, our people don't know that who their enemy is, man. The scriptures plainly tells you, man. Once you find out who Esau is, it said he came out red all over, like a hair, and it said like a hairy garment. That's Esau, man. This is Psalms 83, and I'm gonna close off on this. I start off at the top. It says, a psalm of Asaph, keep not thou silence, O the Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O the Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. So that's even though they're speaking of all these other heathen nations, mainly I wanted to touch on the fact that Esau still to this very day has taken crafty counsel and tried to destroy us, man. It says they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name Israel may be no more in remembrance. You know, and in Genesis, which what I read, it said that Esau basically planted in his mind, you know, that he was going to kill Jacob, man. You know, and it said that two different nations, or different manners of people was in our womb, man. You know, so to this very day, Esau, you know, has a crafty counsel, you know, or they plan, you know, and try to be crafty, you know, on how they put our people to death, man. You know, even with slavery, man. You know, they hung our people. You know, they hung them by the ribs. You know, they put salt and lime in our open wounds. You know, they chopped off limbs. You know, feet, arms, hands, fingers. You know, whips on the back. You know, these are all the things that Esau, you know, did to our people, all because of, you know, Jacob stealing the blessing and taking the birthright from Esau, which he basically gave it to us, man. You know, because he was hungry. He couldn't wait and wait till the soup was finished, man. You know, but, you know, I ain't want to be too long. You know, Abaratazah, this lesson was edifying. You know, I'm going to go ahead and close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Arum T's well. Till the next time, Shalom.